All right, we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome, everybody, to the Blue Brothers Podcast, Ep.6 for the Thursday, August 8th, 2024. I am your host, Domingo Hero Network. Welcome, everybody, to the Blue Brothers Podcast. And in today's podcast, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be doing a watch along. And for those of you who don't know what a watch along is basically, me reacting to, a video, and and I'll do some commentary, and also there will be probably not going to put any audio, and of course I will not show the video at all because it's copyright, of course. So I'm not going to show the video, and I probably may not put the audio on either because copyright stuff, all that stuff. So I'm gonna be doing a watch along, and I'm gonna be doing watch along of wrestling, you know, and and of course how this works. I'm going to react to one wrestling match that happened, and it could be WWE, it could be TNA, WCW, ECW, maybe Lucha Underground, maybe AEW, or any other wrestling matches, any wrestling related. I'll do a watch along, react to the match, and also, another thing before we start, in the future on this podcast, I will be doing retrospective of wrestling, and I also got some other videos as well. Talking about the gaming. I'm also going to talk about some other things too. Stay tuned in the end. I will tell you what the next podcast I'm going to be doing for episode 7. And also, ladies and gentlemen, as you see in the video title, the watch along going to be reacted to one match. This was a main event match that happened in 2005. This is TNA, and the pay per view is TNA Unbreakable 2005. The main event was for the TNA X Division Championship in a triple threat match where the champion Samoa Joe, who was undefeated at that time, defended the title against two former X Division champions, AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. This is under triple threat rules. So we're gonna get this started right now. So of course, this video I will, if you guys want to, if you guys want to watch this match for yourself, I will pin this in the comment section below so that way you guys can able to see the match. And overall, I gotta say this match was very good. The TNA Unbreakable 2005 is actually a very good pay per view. TNA in 2005 was actually pretty good. I gotta say, we talk about how good WWE was in 2005, which that's true. But TNA 2005 was also good as well. The TNA Unbreakable pay was the inaugural, the first ever TNA pay per view in 2005. Well, the first TNA Unbreakable pay per view, the inaugural one. And overall, it was actually a very good pay per view. They have some pretty good matches. Of course, we're gonna do a watch along talking about the main event. So let's get this started. And before we start, I want to talk about this real quick. So I remember me and Matthew George, shout out to Matthew George, one of my Blue Button members, and also shout out to Arthur Elevator as well, you know, my other Blue Button member as well. So, of course, if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can check out Matthew's channel. You can also check out my main channel, the Domingo Network. You can subscribe to Arthur's channel if you want to, even though he doesn't make any videos. But if you want to sub him and stuff, that's fine too. Of course, they're on my feature channel. You can go check that out. So me and Matthew was talking about this in the past a couple years ago. I don't remember. I think it was 20. I think it was like last year. I think in 2023 or 2022. Can't remember, but I do remember we talked about in wrestling we talk about like when we was talking in the DMs, right, about the cruiserweight division, about him saying that he was not a fan of the fact that heavyweight wrestlers cannot wrestle for the cruiserweight title because of a weight limit. And he said, it would be better if they would never had no weight limit on the cruiserweight title and stuff like that, right? And we did talk about that and all that stuff. And then I also mentioned to him that TNA actually did something like that, which they did, with the X division. Now, for those you may not remember, um, when the X division first started happening in TNA during the early years, which was around 2002, in the X division, it wasn't about weight limits. It was about no limits. So what that means that even if you're not a cruiserweight or lightweight or whatever, you could actually still be in the X division and you could do some high flying moves, even though, like for example, Samoa Joe is a heavyweight wrestler, but he can actually do some high flying moves. There are some heavyweight wrestlers in the past that actually, even though they're heavyweights, they can actually do some high flying moves. And you normally don't see heavyweight wrestlers doing high flying moves that much. But Samoa Joe actually made a lot of sense because he was very impressive, at the time, when during his prime days in TNA, him being impressive, doing high flying moves for a guy who is a heavyweight. You normally don't see heavyweight wrestlers doing high flying moves. And I thought Samoa Joe during his prime did very well in doing high flying moves. So now we're gonna do a watch along. This match is basically, let's see how many minutes this one. 32 minutes and 13 seconds. And also, if there's any wrestling match that you guys want me to do a watch along, whether it's WWE, TNA, or any other wrestling match or so like that, post your comments in the comment section below and tell me what it is. And also, when you do, when you want me to do a watch along on a wrestling match, make sure it has to be a YouTube video only. It should not be a wrestling video from other platforms. The only YouTube video only, because I will not be doing a watch along on other videos that are not on the YouTube platform. So like Daily Motions or any other platform that makes video, it has to be YouTube video only. So just letting you guys know about that. So we're gonna do a watch along round. Like I said, no video and no audio either, because copyrights and stuff like that and all that stuff. So I'm gonna do a watch. I'm gonna do some commentary. So I'm gonna tell you what happened in this match. So this video is 32 minutes 13 seconds. So we still got plenty of time. So let's get this started. So I'm going to count to three, and I'm gonna press the video. And like I said before, if you want to see this match for yourself, I'll pin this video in the comments so you guys can watch that, because I definitely recommend watching this match, because this main event between Styles, Joe, and Daniels for the exhibition title in TNA's Unbreakable pay-per-view in 2005 was very, very good. This was awesome. This has to be one of the best matches in TNA history, probably the best match in pro wrestling history as well, to see these guys. Now, these guys when they were in their prime back then in 2005. So we're going to react to this in 3, 2, 1, press play. All right, here we go. So they're showing a video package for for this matchup with AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels. Of course, around that time, I think AJ and Joe were battling one-on-one in a TNA show. I believe I think it was for the #1 contendership for the exhibition title. The winner will face Daniels for the title, I believe. So, and also around this time, Samoa Joe had an undefeated streak, and see Christopher Daniels got involved, and Samoa Joe beat AJ Styles because Daniels interfered when the referee was knocked down, and of course Joe beat AJ by submission. I think he won the trophy and became #1 contender for the exhibition title. And like I said, Joe was undefeated around this time, and Joe and Daniels, you know, did battle for the exhibition title, which Samoa Joe did won. And of course, he was still undefeated around that time, as like I mentioned. So, and not to mention around that time when Daniels lost the title to Joe, I remember around this time, Samoa Joe, when he comes out with his entrance and he always had a towel around his neck. I remember around this time when he busted open Christopher Daniels, and Daniels was bleeding, right? There was that one segment, right, during the match. I think it was like a storyline segment in storyline, right? Daniels was bleeding. Samoa Joe wiped Christopher Daniels' blood with his towel, and then for the past few weeks, he was walking around with that towel that has Christopher Daniels' blood. And of course, around this time, Samoa Joe was a heel, so yeah, that was kind of badass. And that was Samoa Joe in his prime. And the thing about Samoa Joe was not that bad in shape around this time. He even had some muscles around that time too. Like, oh my gosh, like comparing that from him nowadays, that was incredible. Because the guy was in good shape. He runs faster. I he used to have muscles in his arms, and I'm looking at his muscles in the video. I'm like, oh my gosh, this was Samoa Joe in his prime. And it was actually incredible. Because I know he does, and I know nowadays he lost that muscles. I mean, even despite that, he can still wrestle. Because I actually do like Samoa Joe. He's actually a very good wrestler. But I about him when he used to have the muscle, when he lost that muscle though, I think it was around 2008. That was when he kind of lost the muscles and stuff like that. I don't want to say, I don't want to say nothing bad. I don't want to use the word. Let me try to say this without saying that word thing about, Joe's muscles and weight. I don't want to say nothing about his weight or anything like that. Um, I just want to say I think he's kind of like a little wider and the muscle was kind of gone. I mean, he can still go, but it's just that he just lost the muscle. Couldn't do not like he was before, But in his prime, he did show some muscles in his arm. When I saw that, comparing that to the Samoa Joe we have nowadays, I'm like, oh my gosh, like damn, talk about time went flying. So they're showing the X factors here. Undefeated Samoa Joe earns title shot. Daniels cost style the Super X Cup, of course, which, in the finals he battled Joe and then first pin or submission win. So, yeah, so Samoa Joe did beat AJ Styles in the finals of that Super X Cup. Joe became number one contender. So, yeah, I don't know if he did beat it at the time. So, yeah, but we're going to get this started. I don't think, of course, in this matchup, Christopher Daniels is the current X Division champion. I did mention Joe was X Division. So I made a mistake on that one. So yeah, Daniels is the current X Division champion. Um, he's defending against Styles and Joe. Of course, Joe is undefeated as well. So not only that Daniels is putting his X Division title on the line, but also Samoa Joe's undefeated streak at the time is also on the line as well. He has never, because around this time, he has never lost by pinfall or submission. So this is pretty interesting. So there's a lot of things at stake. Joe's undefeated streak and Christopher Daniels' exhibition title. So Joe's coming out as arrangements already. Here comes AJ Styles coming out. Like I said before, there's not going to be no video or no audio either because copyrights. So I'll do a commentary. So AJ Styles is coming out. So AJ Styles is the babyface in this matchup too. Joe, like I mentioned earlier, he's a heel. Daniels is also a heel as well because he did cost AJ Styles that in the finals of that Super X Cup tournament. And because of that, AJ Styles was added into this matchup. So here comes Daniels, X Division champion. I gotta say, I actually do like these guys. Me, I know in the past I did talk about how much I like AJ Styles. He's a very good wrestler and all this stuff. Samoa Joe as well. I just mentioned earlier, but even I'm a fan of Daniels too. I know me and Matthew talked about this. We were very good fans of these three guys. Especially Daniels. I remember him and Frankie Kazarian with the whole bad influence. I thought that was good. As well because they cut good promos and stuff, being funny segments and stuff. I thought the bad influence was great in that one. I will say, not a lot of people. I know people were saying, how Samoa Joe's run in TNA was not that memorable and stuff because the way how he was using stuff, all the stuff, and it's understandable. But the thing is, though, not everything about Samoa Joe's run was bad, but at the same time, it was not everything was good. I thought Joe was good in for the most part in his TNA run. Yeah, they did kind of drop the ball with him in some ways, but he did win some championship though. He won the X Division title multiple times. He won the tag team championship. He also won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship on the fourth, even though he only won it once. Although I will say it's better than not winning the TNA World title at all. At least he did win the title. Yeah, he only won it once and he never won the title back ever since. He did battle it multiple times after that, but it's kind of a shame. I know a lot of people saying, well, how come Joe never won the title once? Only won the championship once. AJ Styles won the title multiple times, like two times. He won the TNA World title. He also won the NWA title kind of once or twice, I think. I know Styles won the TNA World title twice. Joe won it once. Daniels, I gotta say, I feel like TNA did kind of drop the ball about why Daniels never won the TNA World title. Yeah, Daniel won the tag team titles and the X Division title, in NWA and TNA. Now, for those of you who may not remember, TNA and the NWA used to have a partnership for 4 years from 2002 to 2004. At the time, TNA did, was allowed to use the NWA's World Heavyweight title and tag team titles. Yeah, I know at the time they call it the NWA X Division Championship, but the thing is, though, NWA never owned the X division. It was actually TNA. TNA was the one that came up with the whole X division, not the NWA. Yes, it was called the NWA X division title. However, NWA was they never came up with the idea of the X division. It was actually TNA. And when the partnership came to an end in 2006, the NWA did got their world title and tag titles back, and they never took the X Division title with them because, like I said, they never came up with the idea of the X Division title. It was TNA. So the match is already on the way. Styles and Joe attacking Christopher Daniels because he's the champion in this matchup. Styles kicking Daniels in the back. First it was Joe did that. Now Styles did. Looks like they're taking turns on Daniels. I guess they're doing a little double team. Well, for now until they can go at it with each other. They want to weaken the champion, and then once they do that, so now they're taking turns on kicking Daniels in the back on his back multiple times. Daniels is up. Oh, and Joe and Styles with a double kick, high low on Daniels. Daniel got kicked in the back like 4 times. Quickly got up, and then Joe and Styles took him down with a high low kick. And now AJ Styles and Joe going at each other. AJ Styles got a victory roll, only got a 2 count. Styles with a small package, only 2. And remember, Joe's undefeated streak is on the line as well. So only roll up, counter. Joe going for the submission. Ooh. Almost like a modified version of the rings of Saturn. Remember when Perry Saturn used the rings of Saturn? So it's kind of like a modified version of it. Because Samoa Joe, remember, he was the nickname the Samoan submission machine. So he's a good submission specialist. Daniels broke up the count. Remember, Daniels could lose the title without getting pinned or submitted under triple threat rules. And a beautiful dropkick there by Daniels on Styles. AJ Styles in trouble here. Here comes Joe from behind. Ooh, chop. Another one. 3 times. And a jumping kick on Daniels. Like, man, that is all these guys were in their primes at the time in 2005, of course. I can understand why TNA did put the X Division in the main event of this pay per view. It's because around that time, the X Division was on fire. The X Division used to mean something back then in 2005 and all that stuff. And the X Division was very important because TNA did a good job in the early 2000s pushing the way how they pushed the X Division. And they actually gave these three X Division guys a chance to shine by putting them in the main event of this pay per view. So it's actually pretty good. So Daniels in the advantage. Ooh, nice bulldog on Styles, and at the same time, drop kick on Joe. Oh, Daniels got the pin on Styles, and Joe broke up the count. So that's 2. So far so good. This match is doing good so far. Oh, Joe. Oh, with a kick. Oh man, with a chop on Christopher Daniels. Ooh, bounced his head on the turnbuckle. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, as by the time I'm watching this, yeah, you can see the 6-sided ring. That little 6-side ring they used to have. That used to be TNA. That was TNA's gold. At that time, when they used to do the whole 6-side ring, that used to be a symbol. It used to mean something in TNA, but nowadays they don't even use that type of ring anymore. And the only reason why the 6-sided ring is not needed anymore is because the wrestlers were not really. It's because some of the wrestlers were not really a fan of the 6-sided ring, because they don't know, because they actually got used to the whole 4-sided ring. They're not used to the whole 6-sided ring because it's a lot of work and they could get injured easily, probably injure more than a 4-sided ring. That's why they don't do 6-sided rings anymore because of it. I know the wrestling fans love the 6-sided ring, but the wrestlers, though, they're not really a fan of it because, of the difficulties of doing wrestling matches in a 6-sided ring is even more difficult than a 4-sided ring. They said the 4-sided ring is a lot easier, and it's true that there are some wrestlers getting injured during 6-sided wins. So yeah, I mean, I can understand the injuries stuff, but at the same time, it's kind of it's kind of a shame, for some people, for some fans who miss the 6-sided ring in TNA, because that used to be something that they usually do in the past. Now they don't do it anymore. Oh, Joe was going for a big boo in the corner. Styles, Daniels. Oh, baseball side drop kick on the outside. For Daniels gonna go for a springboard Joe on the outside. Oh, springboard moonsault from the top rope all the way to the outside on Joe. Nicely done there by Daniels. Very, very good. That was pretty good. That was Christopher Daniels in his prime. I know Christopher Daniels he is in his early four, I think. I'm not sure. Daniels and Joe are fighting outside. AJ Styles. Wow! He took out both Daniels and Joe. Springboard shooting star press from the inside ring over the top to the outside. With that beautiful springboard shooting star press. That is incredible. That was beautiful. And, and like I said earlier with the X division, TNA at that time. Oh wait, Styles got the pin on Joe, but only got a 2 count. At that time, they did push their X division because they try to make. There are so many and there were some amazing high flying moves that kind of look dangerous, but they actually perform it safely. And there are some high flying moves that you never seen in WWE because most of those high flying moves are banned. TNA, they actually do allow any of these crazy, amazing high flying moves that you never seen in WWE before. 2 count. Oh, jawbreaker on Joe. Joe's in the corner. Ooh, Styles with a forearm shot there. Daniels from behind on Styles, giving him a chop. AJ, Irish whip in the corner by Daniels. Daniels with a forearm shot on Joe. He's to reverse the Irish whip. Daniels on AJ with a monkey flip. And Samoa Joe caught him, but AJ Styles reversing it to a Hurricane Rana. Beautiful done. Wow. And look at the fans. The fans reacted to that. That was incredible, man. Great job. What a great performance by all three of these men. Know, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, and Samoa Joe. These guys are amazing. Dance with a roll up on Styles, but only got a 2 count. AJ Styles over the top rope on the outside, but thrown out over the top rope by Christopher Daniels. AJ's on the outside. Daniels and Joe are in the ring. Remember, this is triple threat rules for the X Division Championship. Daniels. Oh, with a running knee on Joe. Joe bounced off the corner. Daniels slapped Samoa Joe in the back of the head, not once, but twice. Punch. Another one. Okay. Joe blocked the punch, and now Joe with some slaps on Daniels of his own, left and right, left and right. Oh, kicks, knees to the face of Daniels off the ropes. Missed the clothesline. Daniels waistlock. The honor roll. Oh, Samoa Joe got the submission move to go Pina clutch. He's got him in the coquina clutch. Daniels is in trouble. Both Daniels and Samoa got hurt a little bit. Showing a replay, man. That spiral tap has to be one of the hardest moves in pro wrestling history. AJ Styles, oh wait, he's going for the pin on Joe. One. I remember AJ Styles in interviews, he was talking about that move. He said, that is one of the hardest moves to perform, which it was. But the way he performed, even though it was the hardest move to do, he did perform it very well. The AJ Styles nowadays, he don't even use that move anymore. And the only reason why we never see him use that move in WWE is because, AJ Styles is getting older and, he's not in his prime anymore. And, he only allowed to use that move in TNA. I don't know if he did retire that move because, it's kind of hard to perform. He cannot do it nowadays because, he's getting older and all this stuff. Daniels was gonna go for the BME, the best moves on Joe. AJ stopped him. AJ Styles with a trio on Daniels. He's kicking Daniels while he's upside down in the corner of the turnbuckles. Joe is up on the other side. Here comes Joe. Oh, with a running knee lift on Styles, almost like a shiny wizard in the corner. Daniels is still hung up upside down in the trio wall. Now Joe, oh, watch Joe. He's going to go for the drop kick on the face of Christopher Daniels. Damn. Incredible. Man, I can see why people love this match. This is so good. And also, by the way, in the future, I will definitely do a retrospect on TNA Unbreakable 2005. The first TNA retrospect that I'm definitely going to be doing, guys, in the future is definitely this pay-per-view, Unbreakable 2005. Because this pay-per-view is one of the best pay-per-views TNA has ever did. Oh, vertical atomic drop by Joe on AJ Styles, and a one-legged boot, almost like a drop kick. Oh, senton backsplash. Joe got the pin on Styles. 1, 2, and Styles got a shoulder up. He rolled his shoulders just to make sure it doesn't stay on the mat for the 3 count. AJ's holding up his ribs, basically selling it. Daniels is selling as well. He's trying to get back up. Joe, oh, knee to the face of Daniels, not once but twice. Great matchup here between these 3 men. Great matchup. I can see why TNA were pushing their X division, because like the X division around this time, they were on fire. Suplex on the other. Nope. Oh, Daniels with a back elbow. AJ land on the apron. Daniels springboard. AJ move out the way. AJ springboard moonsault. Daniels move out the way. Ooh, punches, punch. They're both punching each other on the outside. Samoa Joe in the ring, gonna go for a suit. Oh, spinning plancha for over the top rope, nailing both men on the outside. A spinning corkscrew plancha by Joe. Styles and Daniels were punching each other on the outside, and then Joe quickly got up, run off the ropes, and delivered a corkscrew plancha, knocking both Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles down on the outside. That is incredible. Beautiful one. The fans loving it. What a great reaction for all 3 of these men. These fans love this matchup, and I can see why. This match is one of the best matches that TNA has ever done. This is awesome. Loving it. Joe's bringing Daniels into the ring. He's putting up on the top rope. I think he's going to go for his finishing move that he calls the muscle buster. But Daniels raking the eyes on Joe. All right. That's one way to prevent the muscle buster. AJ Styles on the apron, going after Daniels on the top rope. Punch, elbows to the back. Daniels, Styles. Joe is getting up too. Oh, wait, what is this? Joe's. Oh, no way. Whoa! A double back body drop from off the top rope by Samoa Joe. He backdropped both Daniels and Styles when they were both fighting on the top rope. That was incredible. I've seen a back body drop on the top of one person, but not with 2. That was very good. Very good. And the big react and the fans going, wow. Joe now, he's going after Styles. Daniels is down. Samoa Joe. Ooh, left jazz. Style with some punches. Forearm shots. Both of each other exchanging forearm shots. AJ Styles lefts and rights of punches and forearms. Body shots. There you go. Oh, Joe with some slaps. Fighting back. Left and right. Missed the back fist. Missed the kick. Joe now. German suplex on Styles. Ooh, man, that was brutal. Wow. Samoa Joe got AJ Styles. Oh, he's gonna go for the Muscle Buster. He's gonna get it. He's gonna hit it. Bam! Muscle Buster. Joe hit the Muscle Buster on Styles. Uh-oh. Is he gonna go for the? Oh, he's going to go for the submission. Okay. Joe says it's gonna be over here. Going for the cocaine. Daniels got the bell, and Daniels was gonna hit Joe with the bell, and Joe with a power slam on Daniels. Now Joe got the exhibition title belt. And the ref, and while Joe was holding on to the exhibition title, Daniels kicked the belt, and the belt hit Joe in the face, knocking him down. Joe is down. Forearm shots. Another one. Yeah, cause back in the days when they used to do like triple threat matches, yeah, they used to have disqualification and countouts at the time. Nowadays they don't do that no more because in triple threat rules there's no DQs and no countouts. But back then they used to have a DQs and countouts in triple threat match. Daniels got AJ with a blue thunder bomb, but only got a 2. So yeah, back then when they used to do triple threat matches, they used to allow DQs and countouts, but nowadays they don't do that no more because they decided in triple threat rules there'll be no disqualification, no countouts. So yeah, which a lot of people like. That's kind of better that way. Daniels with a Uranagi on Styles. Of course, Daniels is the X Division champion defending against Joe and Styles in this matchup. Daniels gonna go for the BME and he hit it on AJ Styles, the best moonsault ever. 1 and Joe broke up the count. He punched he punched Daniels in the ribs and then kicked him in 2 kicks. 3. Oh, went for a third one. Daniels blocked the third one. Jawbreaker on Samoa Joe. Daniels snapmare. Oh, swinging neck breaker. Nicely done by Daniels. Joe is knocked out on the outside. Wow. Great matchup here so far. Great matchup. Love this match. This is very good. Oh, by the way, guys, I actually done this watch along before, and this is the second time I'm doing it now. The first one I did was Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart in WWF Survivor Series 1992. If you want to check that out, you can check that out on, I believe, episode 3 on my Blue Brothers Podcast. You want to check that match out? I did a watch on that one. AJ Styles with a springboard, then stand up, and then the reverse DDT on Daniels. 1, 2, and a near fall. Like I said before, I will be doing more watch alongs in the future as well. And stay tuned because in the future I will be doing retrospective as well. I will do a review of TNA Unbreakable 2005 pay-per-views in the future, as well as some other pay-per-views in WWE or WCW and any other wrestling shows. All right, so Styles is up on the top rope. Daniels, ooh, what a slap to the face of Dan. Almost, I think it was like a pawn strike, I think. But he did hit him with Styles with it, going for a superplex. Age is trying to fight off. Daniels with some punches. Age with some punches. Daniels with some punches now. Christopher Daniels got Styles up. He got him all the way up there. Gonna go for a superplex. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Oh, a superplex on Styles. Both men are down. I think Daniels hurt him a little more than he hit AJ with the superplex. Joe is back in the ring now. Crawling. See if he can get the pin. Remember, his undefeated streak is on the line as well. 1, 2, and Daniels got his shoulder up. Now Joe's pinning AJ Styles. 1, 2. AJ's got his shoulders up as well. All right. All right. Great matchup here so far. Joe got Daniels up. Power bomb. 1, 2. Near fall. And now Samoa Joe's turning into an STF. He's got him in an STF submission move on Daniels. They call him the Samoan submission machine for a reason because he's done a lot of submission moves over the years and win most of his matches with submission moves. So he's got him in a submission move. Daniels, he's trying to hang on. Can Daniels hang on? Joe, he's got him up in this STF. Can he hang on? Yes, he can. Daniels made it to the ropes. Samoa Joe had to break the hold. AJ's trying to get up on the other side of the corner. Joe now got Daniels. Headbutt. Left punch. Oh, what a chop. Oh, man. Man, Joe hit a really hard chop. Oh, European uppercut on AJ Styles. Another one. That's two. That's three. AJ Styles. Oh, what a Pele kick on Joe, rocking him a little bit. Oh, look at this power of AJ. Him lifting up Joe up. Almost like a backbreaker, almost like a torturess. He's got him in a torture rack and spin him down into a slam. One, two. Joe got his shoulder up. Another near fall. Man, this is really good. This is when back then when TNA was really good. And then TNA nowadays is kind of, but back then they were really good during their early days. Ooh, Daniels with a scoop slam on Styles, Styles landing on top of Samoa Joe. And now Daniels. I think he's gonna suplex AJ. AJ reversed it. Elbows by Daniels. Off the ropes. AJ Styles. Crucifix into a roll up. He's got down for the Styles Clash. Boom! Styles Clash. He's going to turn him over. Can he get the pin? One, two, and Joe broke up the count. AJ almost won there, but Joe quickly got there before the three. Almost had him there. Joe now throwing AJ Styles out of the ring. AJ's on the outside. Samoa Joe, left jazz again. Off the ropes goes Daniels. Daniel pulled the break. Samoa Joe was going after Daniels, but Daniels moved out the way. Samoa Joe fell through the ropes to the outside of the ring. Daniels in the ring. Joe and AJ Styles on the outside. AJ's back into the ring now. Daniels going after Styles. Samoa Joe is down on the other side of the ring, on the outside. And now both Daniels and Styles punching each other, exchanging punches. Daniels gonna punch AJ. But AJ trying to fight him off. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Punches, left, right, kick, chop. And Daniels stopped him with a poke to the eye. Forearm shot. Off the ropes. Nope. Daniels, reverse. Uh-oh, he's going to go for his Angel's Wings. And no, Styles trying to block it. He did. Ooh, there's a pin. One, two, three. Got him. AJ Styles has won the TNA X Division Championship. Daniels can't believe it. Daniels was going, he had him up for the Angel's Wings. AJ reversed it into like a backdrop, and then it turned into a pin, and Daniels was hooking up. He was trapped, and then got the 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles has won the TNA X Division Championship. Daniels cannot believe it. He thought he had a one with the Angel. He thought he had everything under control, going for the Angel's Wings, and AJ reversed it into a backdrop, turned it to a pin. 1, 2, 3. Styles pins Daniels in this triple threat match, won the X Division title. Joe cannot believe it. He's on the outside. He's not happy about this. And since Samoa Joe is not pinned in this matchup, his undefeated streak is still alive and well. So Samoa Joe is still undefeated because he was not pinned. Styles pins Daniels, and he won the X Division Championship. Daniels is, oh man, he cannot believe it. He lost. Joe on the outside, he cannot believe it either. AJ Styles won the TNA X Division Champ. This matchup, wow, almost 30, I think it was like almost 30 minutes, but this was incredible. This main event was very, very good. I actually enjoyed this one. So yeah, guys, I really enjoyed this one. This was a great exhibit. Of course, Styles winning the TNA exhibition title at the TNA main event Unbreakable 2005 pay-per-view. That match was great. This was very, very good. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. Once again, if you want to see this match for yourselves, I'll pin it in the comment section below so you guys can see this for you. I definitely recommend watching this match. Because this match was incredible. Great job by all three of these men. AJ Styles, Christopher Dan, Samoa Joe, they all did a good job in this main event. One of the best matches that TNA has ever done. Love it. All right, so that's gonna be it for this Blue Butter podcast. I'm gonna end this right now. Um, make sure you guys like this podcast, give it a thumbs up, share this out, subscribe to the Blue Butter Podcast channel, tap the notification bell to make sure you be notified when I upload a new podcast, and post your comments in the comment section below. And stay tuned. I got more podcasts up coming up soon. And there's one thing I want to say before I end this podcast. So on episode 7, I'm gonna be talking about um a year that one of the best years that I ever have, and that is 2012. And I'm gonna tell you guys a story about why 2012 was the best year of my life. So I'm gonna tell you that on the next podcast. So stay tuned. So I'm gonna end this. So that's it for the Blue Butters podcast. I am your host, Domingo Hero Network, and I'm signing out. You guys take care, have a good day, and be safe out there. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. Peace.